Hey everyone, and welcome back. We've got an awesome deep dive set up today, curated just for you. We're going to be unpacking this review of the Google AI Essentials course. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah, it's been making the rounds.
It's that, beginner-friendly program that's supposed to make AI make sense for pretty much anyone.
Sounds promising.
It is, right? And get this, it's not just about theory.
Oh, so it gets practical.
Totally. The review goes into how it can be applied in the real world, even how to use AI ethically. Plus, we get a sneak peek at what it's like to actually take the course, the learning experience.
That's always helpful to hear from someone who's actually been through it.
Exactly. And the reviewer mentions a little user experience thing, sort of a quirk, that I think you'll find interesting.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so let's break it down. The review talks about the course having these 5 modules, kind of taking you step by step.
Like building blocks.
Right. And the first one, Introduction to AI, is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It breaks down AI and machine learning into simple terms.
Love that. I got to start with the basics.
And it even gets into generative AI.
That's the hot topic these days.
It is. Okay, so then we get to Module 2. This is Maximize Productivity with AI Tools. And this is where it gets really interesting.
So this is where we see AI in action.
Exactly. And the review gives a cool example. It talks about using AI for, scheduling meetings.
I can use some help with that.
But here's the key. It's not about AI taking over completely.
Yeah, there's got to be that human touch still.
Totally. It's more about AI working with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets even cooler with Module 3. This one's called Discover the Art of Prompting.
Prompting. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's basically all about how to communicate effectively with AI to get it to do what you need. Like, imagine using AI to write product descriptions.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
You could give the AI a bunch of good examples, and then, bam, it can create descriptions for new products based on what it learned from the good ones.
So you're training it in a way.
Exactly. It's all about giving AI the right instructions, the right prompts to get the results you're looking for.
Now it's getting good. What's next?
Well, hold on, because it's not all about efficiency and productivity. There's a whole other side to AI we got to consider.
The ethical side.
Exactly. Module 4 is all about using AI responsibly. It covers identifying biases, security risks, making sure AI is used for good.
That's super important. We can't just ignore the implications.
Couldn't agree more. Then, last but not least, we have Module 5, which is all about staying ahead of the curve, as AI keeps changing.
Makes sense. It's a rapidly evolving field.
Totally. So that's the course in a nutshell. 5 modules, each one tackling a key piece of the AI puzzle.
Sounds comprehensive.
Yeah.
What about the learning experience itself? What did the reviewer have to say about that?
Oh, they raved about the expert videos, said the instructors were super engaging.
I'm a sucker for a good teacher.
Right. And they loved the format, like bite-sized videos,
So perfect for people with, busy lives.
Exactly. They also mentioned that the format was super flexible, learn at your own pace, soft deadlines, that sort of thing.
I like the sound of that. No pressure.
Right. They even mentioned it only takes like 10 hours total to finish the whole course.
Not bad at all. What about certification? Does it come with anything like that?
Oh, yeah, you get a professional certificate from Google when you finish.
That's pretty cool. Something to add to the resume.
Exactly. But remember that little UX issue the reviewer mentioned?
Oh, yeah. What was that about again?
Well, apparently they had a little trouble finding the instructions for one of the assignments.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah. Said the placement within the platform wasn't super intuitive.
That's too bad. But hey, at least it sounds like the content itself is solid.
Yeah, they did mention that there were some helpful templates that you could download, so maybe that helped to smooth things over a bit.
All right, so we've got the course structure, pros and cons, and even a taste of the user experience. What are your initial thoughts on all of this? This Google AI Essentials thing worth checking out?
So far, I'm definitely intrigued. The modules seem really well thought out, and I love that they emphasize practical application and ethics.
I'm with you on that. It's refreshing to see a course that goes beyond just the technical stuff.
All right, so we're both kind of on board with the idea that this course is worth a closer look. Let's dig into what each module has to offer, starting with Module 1, that Introduction to AI we talked about. All right, so Module 1, Introduction to AI. This is where it all begins, right?
It's the foundation. The review mentions how it takes those complex concepts, AI and machine learning, and explains them in a way that anyone can understand.
Yeah, that's so important. It's got to be accessible if we want people to really get it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just tell you what AI is, it also talks about what it isn't.
Oh, I like that. Setting realistic expectations.
Exactly. No hype, just straight talk. And then, of course, it touches on generative AI.
That seems to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to hear how they break that down in the course. Generative AI is driving so much innovation right now. Okay, well, let's move on to module two, shall we? Maximize productivity with AI tools. This is where it gets practical.
Okay, so this is how we can actually use AI in our daily lives.
Exactly. The review gave that cool example about scheduling meetings with AI, remember?
Yeah, that was a good one.
But the key here is that it's not about letting AI take over completely.
Right, it's about finding that balance.
Exactly. AI should be a tool that helps us, not something that replaces us entirely. Okay, then we move on to module three. Discover the art of prompting. This is where things get a bit more, I don't know, creative.
Prompting. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So basically, it's all about learning how to communicate with AI effectively, how to give it the right instructions to get the results you need.
Almost like you're speaking a different language.
Exactly. The reviewer mentioned a technique called few shot prompting.
Few shot prompting.
Yeah, it's like imagine you're using AI to write those product descriptions we were talking about. You give it a few really good examples, and then it learns from those examples to create new descriptions.
So you're kind of showing it the way.
Precisely. It's all about finding the right prompts to get the AI to do what you want. But it's not just about, writing better product descriptions or scheduling meetings more efficiently. There's a bigger picture here.
You mean the ethical implications?
Exactly. That's where Module 4 comes in. Use AI responsibly.
I was wondering when we'd get to that. It's such a critical part of the conversation.
Couldn't agree more. This module tackles all those ethical considerations head on. Identifying bias, mitigating security risks, all that good stuff.
Making sure AI is used for good, not for harm.
Right. Because it's a powerful tool, and we need to use it wisely.
Right.
Okay, so then we wrap things up with Module 5, Stay Ahead of the AI Curve. This one's all about the future.
Keeping up with the latest and greatest.
Exactly. AI is constantly evolving, so it's important to stay informed about the latest advancements.
So you don't get left behind.
Right. This module is all about making sure you're prepared for whatever comes next in the world of AI. So there you have it. 5 modules, each one covering a different aspect of AI, from the basics to the ethical considerations to the future of the field. Pretty impressive, right?
Sounds like they've really thought this through. I'm particularly impressed with the emphasis on practical application. It's not just theory, it's about giving people the skills to actually use AI. The reviewer even mentioned that the course helped them streamline their content creation process, which is awesome.
Right. Seeing how it can be used in the real world is what makes it so compelling.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad they included that module on ethical considerations. That's so crucial, especially as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives. Speaking of which, the reviewer had a lot of good things to say about the actual learning experience, Let's dive into that a little bit, starting with the expert videos.
Yeah, they raved about those. They said the instructors were engaging, relatable, easy to understand, which is so important, especially in an online setting.
Right. You need those instructors who can really make those complex topics come alive.
Exactly. And they also mentioned the bite-sized format, which is perfect for busy people.
Oh, absolutely. Short, focused videos make it so much easier to fit learning into a hectic schedule.
And then there's that flexible learning aspect. The reviewers seem to really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. They loved the asynchronous format, learn at your own pace, no pressure, and the soft deadlines. It's about giving people the freedom to learn in a way that works for them.
And it only takes about 10 hours to complete, which is pretty manageable.
Right. It's not a huge time commitment, which is great. And don't forget about that professional certificate you get from Google when you finish.
Right. That's a nice bonus. It's always good to have something to show for your efforts. But, we can't gloss over that user experience issue the reviewer mentioned. That little hiccup with finding the assignment instructions.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. It's a reminder that even with the best intentions, things don't always go perfectly. But hey, at least they provided those downloadable templates to help make things a little easier.
It's like they anticipated that it might be a bit tricky and offered a helping hand.
Exactly. Which I think is really thoughtful. But overall, despite that one small issue, it sounds like the reviewer had a really positive experience. They even mentioned that the course helped them start using AI in their work, which is amazing.
That's what it's all about, right? Putting that knowledge into action.
Exactly. Okay, so we've talked about the structure of the course, the pros and cons, the learning experience. Now I want to shift gears a bit and talk about something that's been on my mind throughout this whole conversation.
Oh, what's that?
The ethical considerations. This stuff is really important, and I think it deserves a deeper dive.
Yeah, it's something that we can't just brush aside. You know, AI is becoming so powerful, so pervasive.
Absolutely.
Uh,
We have a responsibility to think about the implications, the potential downsides.
right, like that UX issue. It might seem small, but it highlights a bigger point.
Exactly. Even seemingly minor design choices can have an impact, especially when we're talking about something as important as AI education.
It's all connected. The design, the content, how people learn, it all matters.
So, big picture time, what's your final verdict on this Google AI Essentials course? Is it worth checking out?
Based on everything we've discussed,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth a look.
I'm leaning that way too. It seems like a really accessible way to learn about AI, and I love that they don't shy away from those ethical questions.
Me too. It's encouraging to see a course that takes a holistic approach.
It's not just about the technical how to, it's about understanding the broader context, the potential impact.
And empowering individuals to use AI responsibly.
Exactly. So, to our listener who inspired this deep dive, we hope you found this exploration valuable.
We've covered a lot of ground, but ultimately, the decision of whether or not to enroll is yours.
We encourage you to do your own research, read more reviews, and see if it aligns with your goals.
And remember, learning is a journey. It doesn't end with one course.
That's so true. This is just the beginning of the AI conversation, and we hope you'll continue to explore and engage with these ideas.
Absolutely. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final thought.
Oh, I love a good final thought. What you got?
Think about your own life, your work, your passions. Where do you see AI fitting in?
Ooh, that's a good one. What are the possibilities, the challenges?
And most importantly, what role do you want to play in shaping the future of AI?
That's a question we all need to be asking ourselves. It's not just about the technology, it's about how we use it, how we guide its development.
And how we ensure that it benefits humanity as a whole.
Well said. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so feel free to reach out and share your insights.
And as always, thanks for joining us on the deep dive.